So I'm Vanessa Kientega. I'm the Director for Enterprise Data Governance and AI at ESDC, Employment Social Development Canada. So my team leads the adoption of responsible AI and a lot of the data governance work that we're doing, including stewardship and the partnership with other government organizations. This is actually an interesting question. I've seen that in the last few years, we really went away from the policing because people always see data governance as they're trying to block what I'm trying to do. And it's really become something that is more like enabling people. So I would say that adopting stewardship as an organization culture has been very important. We went away from telling people you can't use the data to just finding ways for people to use the data. So supporting things like data masking, creating an environment for curated data, that has been really important. And then just clarifying accountability and access rights, that has been the big thing. A lot of work on standardization also to make sure that people can use the data in the best way and that it's easy to share and that we don't always say no. That has been one of the things that we really did to make data governance less about blocking things, but enabling the work that others have to do. An important thing that we do, right, between departments has been creating joint data strategies. So for a department like ESDC, we established data strategies between us and places like IRCC, so Immigration Refugee Canada. We have one with Statistics Canada. We have one with Canadian Revenue Agency. So all the big ones that we share data with, we created working groups and we have data strategies. So we have common understanding of the things that we have to do. So there's data standard that has been established. When you think about sharing data, one key thing, provinces, it looks like it's simple, but in Canada, depending on department, people can have different way of coding provinces. So we had to come into agreements to having the same way so that we can share data and establishing agreement. I think trust is really important in these things. You have a data sharing agreement between two organizations, both are supposed to comply. And what we've seen a lot is that once you get the data, there is a risk of secondary use because once you have the data from one agency, the teams can start to use it for something else. So the trust is really important, and working with your partners and going back to them if there's any chance of a change of a use to make sure that you continue to comply on your agreement has been something really important that we did, and that is helping. This is the biggest challenge, I would say, right now for Canada. A lot of people, I think you know that our privacy laws are a little bit old, and then there's been a lot of work in the recent years to do some updates on that. So the key thing I would say is transparency. Transparency has become very big, and with AI, we always say that we want to de-identify data, mask data, and then do things, but AI increases the risk with predictive analytics to be able to re-identify people. So the privacy risks are actually increasing. And then privacy can't be in a world where we want to minimize the amount of data. AI needs a lot of data to be good. So privacy needs to really evolve in terms of ensuring transparency, ensuring explainability, asking a lot from the folks that are using AI. I think it's really switching again, a little bit like the data governance component. We can't stay in the policing world, we need to enable, but at the same time, you need to have the right guardrails. So in the privacy world, I would say the human oversight also is important. So you collect data for a reason, we need to make sure that the data is used for that reason. So that goes a lot with the privacy. We need to make sure that Canadians are confident with the information that they give the government. At the same time, we need to make sure that we are able to explain that people can trust what we're doing with the data. I feel like data governance in the next few years is going to go away from establishing policies and all of that, but becoming really governance in action. But the whole component of stewardship has to become the priority for data governance in terms of you need infrastructure, right? So yes, we can buy all these tools, but now you need to make sure that the data in the tool is ready to use. So governance, yes, establishes policies, but now you need to make sure that you have the right principle and that the governance team can function with data management teams and work with a stewardship environment so that we actually prepare the data so that it's useful for people and easy to use. So there's a lot of work from getting away from the acts and the policy work to focusing on action. That's where I see data governance going.